welcome to The Grill, a new series from Saurav Insight. For most of my life, the current decided where I went. I worked hard, but I wasn't the one steering. The series is about learning to steer. I am Saurabh Sharma, an immigrant, a father, and a digital specialist figuring out West London. I haven't figured it all out yet. I'm just a guy in his 40s trying to build. You're hearing my real voice right now, but for the main episode, I use an AI. I'd rather use the technology I have to seep honest thought today than wait for the perfect studio or the perfect moment. This is The Drill. Welcome to the construction site.
Last time I talked about the practice, the meditation, the patches, the slow, uncomfortable work of looking at yourself without running from what you find. Today, what happened when I took all of that and turned it onto the whole life? Not just the present, all of it, from the beginning. This is the episode about connecting the dots. How on earth would they help a ghost? I can think that now, almost with humour. But at that time, standing in my grandfather's house in Banishwar, arguing about money, about referrals, about why no one was doing anything for me. There was nothing funny about it. I was angry at everyone, family, friends, people I had worked with for years. I was even shouting on social media. And the truth? I was ghosted from my own life. Present in body, but absent in every other way. And somehow, I expected the world to pull me out. That is what the fog feels like, not just darkness, darkness with blame attached. There was a friend during that time, Surendra. He was doing his PhD from a farm, fast internet, books everywhere, space to think. And I kept going there, again and again. At some point, I had to ask myself honestly, why? Was I going there because of him, or because of what that place felt like? That question took me back home. I went back to my grandfather's house, the house where I was born. Every morning, the front yard would fill up. Neighbours, family friends, newspapers in hand, talking about politics, about the country, about ideas that felt important. Tea, soil, conversation. Next door, my other grandfather, a scientist, an entomologist. Fewer people now, quieter, but still, trees, plants, that slow curiosity about how things grow. I stood between those two houses, and something shifted. Not a big realization, just recognition. I wasn't chasing someone else's life. I was chasing the echo of my own. Every version of my life was the same place, just in a different geography. Nature, ideas, people gathered around something that mattered. I just hadn't seen it. And this is what journaling does. It gives you distance. Because when you're inside your life, everything feels random. But when you write it down, honestly, repeatedly, patterns start to show up. I saw it clearly. The farm idea, the think tank, the rooftop in Gulf Utah, the hikes. They were not different ideas. They were the same thing, trying to take form. The farm was not a business idea. It was an attempt to recreate home at scale. And this is where it broke. Not because the idea was wrong, because of timing. I brought partners in too early, before there was anything real. I remember one moment clearly. I had organised an event, simple Facebook post. 90 people showed up. 90. And when I reached the location, there was nothing there. No setup, no structure, no system. That's when something clicked. Even if I didn't fully understand it then, I was building a place. They were managing a project. And those are not the same thing. Some things cannot be outsourced in the beginning. Not because others can't do it, but because the thing itself needs your presence to exist. For me, that was non-negotiable. I needed to be involved. Planting, building, hosting, talking, thinking. Not alone, but present. Inside it. Remove that, and it stops being mine. That's the difference. An enterprise can run without you. A home cannot exist without you. Now, something practical. Journaling is powerful, but journaling with structure is more powerful. When AI became available, I started using it differently. Not for answers, for questions. I would write and ask, what patterns do you see? What am I missing? Where does this connect? Think of it like this. You are the lived data. AI is the pattern engine. Journaling is the interface. Used well. That combination shows you things you can't see alone. And slowly, without announcing itself, the thing I was trying to build has taken shape. Saurav Insight is the front yard discussion, no longer tied to a place. It exists wherever the conversation is happening. This podcast is not something you listen to. It is something you enter. The clarity designed tea, the discussions, the people who pass through, that is the farm. Something I can carry with me. Something I can rebuild. Anywhere. If you want to try this, you don't need a perfect system. Start with one question. What are you repeatedly drawn to? Write it down. And then, ask why. For me, it starts with a cup of tea. Not because the tea is special, but because it tells my mind. We're shifting now. From noise to quiet. From reacting to reflecting. The answer might take time, but when it comes, it usually changes how you move. It takes you home. Not where you started, but where you are meant to build from. Next time, seeking the future. Not a 5-year plan. Something more honest than that.